Yo, yo, what is going on? What's going on, brothers? IP in the cut, in the flipping building. Can you type a one in the live stream chat if you can hear me loud and clear? How is my audio? How is my audio? Who's here, man? Who is here? Type a one in the live stream chat. Yeah, good. Is the audio clean, crisp, and concise? Let me know, man. How's the audio going along? We good? Who's here, bruv? We'll be here. Who's here, man? Type on one in the live stream chat. If you're here, type on one. Who's here? Everyone good? How's the audio? How's the audio? Anyone here? Type a one. If you can hear me loud and clear, type a one, please. How's the audio? We got 11 people here so far. Can you type a one if you can hear me, please? Anyone? I'm checking my sound. Z Stacks in the building. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, bro, for confirming. Any more ones? Okay, awesome. So let's go for special announcements first, right? Shout out to you brothers for the support. Thank you very much for joining us over here. That is greatly appreciated. So special announcements first, all right? Join the Patreon, okay? If you want to support IP and what he does, the intel that I provide, all the stream I do, all the time I spend on the channel, please go on the Patreon and join the diamond tier. Okay, be a year member, lifetime member, how long you want it to, right? Just make sure you support what I do, man. Okay, if you've enjoyed what I've done over the past 10 years, please support the channel and the movement. Okay, join the Patreon. We got everything on there. We got a community on there. We got plenty of streams on there, plenty of videos on there, intern, traveling, self-improvement, foreign women in the bedroom, the whole 9 yards. All right. So please, please, please make sure you join that Patreon. Okay. Right. Make sure you join that Patreon. Make sure you join that Patreon. Type a one in the live stream chat if you're gonna join the Patreon, man. Show IP some love and some support Support IP, bruv. All right, for all he does for the movement and for brothers. So let's now get straight into the live stream topic, okay? So the topic of this live stream is Africa the white man's playground? Russian man pulls woman in Kenya and Ghana. All right, so what does that mean? So I'm going to share my screen right in a bit. Let me get some water. Okay, so I'm now going to share my screen, right? I'm going to read an article. I'm going to react to the clip over here. And we're going to discuss the topic, right? Is Africa the white man's kingdom? And of course, I will open up the phone lines if anyone has any questions or wants to chime in. All right. So give me a second, please. Okay. So it says here, right? Russian pickup artists accused of secretly filming women in Ghana and Kenya. Okay. It says here, authorities in Kenya and Ghana are examining reports that a Russian man covertly filmed sexual encounters with women in the two African nations. then shared the footage online without their consent. That's messed up. That is absolutely messed up. All right. It says here, African and Russian media identified the suspect as a self-styled pickup artist and online blogger in his 30s. The reports claim the man used a pair of sunglasses fitted with a camera to film encounters and circulated them on social media, though officials have not confirmed this detail. Ghana said it intends to request that the man be extradited from Russia, while Kenya's government says it's pursuing the case with urgency. News reports allege that the suspect had traveled to Ghana to secretly film his interactions with women. Crazy. An initial investigation has established that the suspect has likely left the country. All right. Ghana's Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection said it added that the man's departure would not reduce the seriousness of the alleged conduct or the state's responsibility to pursue accountability. Ghanaian Technology Minister Sam George said that he had asked the Russian ambassador in the capital, Accra, for Moscow's cooperation in getting justice for the victims. However, Russia does not extradite its citizens except in extreme circumstances. There. On Monday, Russia's embassy in Ghana said it had taken notes of the reports, but did not state whether the Russian authorities would cooperate with Accra's investigations. Russians always protect their people. Something I've noticed, all right? They always protect their people. Hold on. George told BBC News that he had invited the Russian ambassador to discuss the alleged incidents. Earlier, the minister told reporters that the gentleman will be looked for. We will activate every resource in our disposal, working with Interpol. We will request the Russian authorities, and that is why I have invited the Russian ambassador to work with our law enforcement. We want the gentleman to be brought back to Ghana to face the rigors of our law. George said that they would try the suspect in absentia if he failed to return to Ghana. The same man has been accused of committing similar acts in Kenya. Wow. In a statement on Monday, Cheptumo added, relevant security, investigative, and prosecutorial agencies have been directed to pursue the matter with urgency, including collaboration with international authorities, given the cross-border nature of the case. There. And under Kenya's Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act of 2018, anyone who publishes intimate images of another person with or without their consent faces up to 2 years in prison. Ghana also introduced new laws on the Cybersecurity Act 2020 to punish those who share nude photos or videos online, often for revenge or blackmail. Prosecutors face up to 25 years in jail. Authorities in Ghana have been paying attention to online abuse, including sexual extortion and romance scams. There has been an increase in arrests in recent years for these offenses. So going on from there, right, it says here, in 2022, a court sentenced a 32-year-old phone repairer, Solomon Dogger, to 14 years in prison for sharing nude images of a Lebanese woman. He pleaded guilty to sexual extortion and non-consensual sharing of intimate images. So big case happening in both Ghana and Kenya, right? I've got a clip here I want to react to, okay? Give me a second. Give me a second. Share screen, video file.
I was operating in a while.
So we have a clip here of a brother that is going to explain how this guy was able to like you know, um, do what it does. Okay. So give me a second. Let me keep playing. Hold on. Okay.
That Russian guy was operating in Africa for a while, picking up
So this Russian guy, right, has been operating in Africa for a while. Okay, picking up women, for a long time. So let's carry on watching.
women. So one of the videos he posted was filmed in March 2025.
March 2025. Damn. So this guy's running through women in certain African countries, right, for a long time. Okay.
Another one was filmed in September. Some are more recent. I know this because I've been speaking to some of the victims, the women in those videos. I've also spoken to a few women who turned him down to understand his tactics.
Interesting. Interesting. So this guy's been approaching a lot of women in Africa. And you know what's funny, right? It's the ease that he's been doing his approaching. It's the ease, right? Because like it just shows, right, just how easy white men have it in Africa and certain countries all around the world. They can just go there, be average, and they're pulling chicks. Chicks are listening to what they're saying, right? Whereas other groups of men, for the most part, can't do it.
He appears to not really know a lot of English, like you see in the videos. And as soon as he got them to his room, he would be trying to get them to address almost immediately.
Flipping heck. What the flip? Damn. That's crazy. Right? So this guy would meet women in Ghana and Kenya, have a small talk with them, and they would literally come back to his spot and he's trying it on with them while he's recording them. Right? This is what this is disgusting. Like these are heinous acts, right? But it's the fact that it's the ease of how white men have it in Africa to the point where we got to ask ourselves, right? Is Africa the white man's playground? Because I hear many stories where a white dude can touch down in Ghana, touch down in certain African countries, Uganda, Zimbabwe, and pull women there with ease. Right? Damn.
And a lot of the conversation happened using Google Translate. And
so this guy's white, doesn't even know the language. Just pulls out his phone, uses Google Translate, etc., and that's all he's got to do. That's all he has to do. Brav.
And he appeared to be targeting vulnerable women. And he was in Ghana, he was in Kenya, he was probably in other countries. We're still trying to.
Thing is, right, I'm not surprised that he got a lot of, let's say, play in Kenya. I'm not surprised, right? Because a lot of white men find success there in Kenya, from what I see. Like you're gonna see a lot of white men in Kenya and Nairobi, and they pull women with ease, right? And there's this thing where that a white guy can touch down in many countries abroad, and a woman will just flock to him, right? He can say something, offer something, and he's getting chicks easily. I'm being real, right?
Figure out a lot more about how this was allowed to go on for so long.
The reason why it was allowed to go on for so long, right, is because he's white. He's white. And this goes down to the power structure in this world. And you know what? You see why I always preach, right, having a first world country. Do you see why I always preach having a first world country, having our own Apple, our own Microsofts, having our own media? It's 2026, right? And the black community is so far behind in everything. There's a huge possibility where we won't even catch up to whites and Asians. I'll keep it a buck. There's a huge possibility where we will never catch up to them. Our woman, right? I'm being real here. I'm keeping it a buck, right? Our women, for the most part, don't respect us. our women, for the most part, right, they see what's going on, right? Women see how black men are so far behind in things that matter in this world. I'm keeping a buck. They see how white men are everywhere. They see a white guy like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, right? Jeff Bezos, and they're all billionaires, they're all millionaires, right? They see that constantly throughout media. Uh, People going to countries, buying food, buying entertainment. It's not black guys doing that. I'll keep her a buck. How many black billionaires do you know? How many black billionaires are in the top 100 Forbes list? Ghana and Kenya are not first world countries, barely second world countries. Like the infrastructure, right? So you got a white man from Russia. It doesn't matter if he's Russian or not, he's still white, right? The success of American whites, the success of British whites, the success of Australian whites will also rub off on him. Will also rub off on him. And I'll be real with you here, right? A lot of black men need to prepare for the future that a lot of our women are going to go for white dudes. Especially now in economic hardship. Who's got the most money, the most resources, the most connections? It's white dudes, bro. It's white dudes. That's why it was able to go on for so long. Black men ain't got their ish together. Black men and black countries don't have their ish together. Let's keep it a buck.
The Kenyan women feel violated, and they feel that their government has abandoned them in this instance.
You see, that's another point there, right? African governments are garbage. African governments, right, do not look after their own people properly. And I'll give you a point here. This Russian guy, right, did these acts in Ghana, fled to Russia. Russia said Russia doesn't extradite. Russia doesn't extradite its own citizens. I guarantee if it was vice versa, Ghana, Kenya will be the first to extradite their people to Russia. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Right? Do you remember and you know, this also ties into the whole thing, like, you know, how black women don't feel protected, you know? And to a certain degree, right? I agree, not the whole way through, but I agree. Because there is no, like, black nations don't have strong armies. Governments corrupt, right? They don't have good weaponry. And it's come to a point where our women, right? Anyone can get them, bro. Anyone. I see in the UK, bro. I see black women, you know, going over to the white side every goddamn day. Valentine's Day was on Saturday, bro. I saw lonely black men throughout Saturday with no chick. We're losing out here, bruv, to the point where white men or any group of men, I guarantee even Asian men can do what he did in Africa with ease, bro. We have no direction as to where we're going, to gain power, to gain influence, to gain respect. Nothing, bruv. Right? And it's got to come from the top. It's got to come from the top. The top people have to say, hey, enough is enough. We need to have global power. The same way Koreans did it, bro. The same way Koreans took over the world with K-pop and K-dramas. They planned that ish, bro. They planned it.
Compared to what the Ghanaian government has done.
And listen, I'm not hyping up white women, right? White women are not even my preference. My preference are black women and Asian women. But even now, I'm a bit worried about, you know, okay, is Africa going to even be the point where you're going to find wifey, man? You can, but you got to vet, bro. You got to vet. Because I don't know how many African chicks have been ran through by white dudes, right? I don't know how many African chicks, right, will, leave your brother for a white dude, for the right white dude. I'm keeping her a buck.
Trying to get him extradited back to the country to face charges, even though that's unlikely. Russia does not extradite its citizens.
And that's power. You see, that's how they protect that. That's how they protect their people. Africa, African countries, right? They extradite their citizens. African nations extradite their citizens. So someone said that Asian chicks get ran through by whites. So are African women, from what we see here. There are certain African countries where white dudes are running through African chicks. There are certain Caribbean and African countries where if you're a white guy, you have your picking. That's me keeping it a buck. The only reason why, and I'm being real with you out here, right? The only reason why black women in mass haven't left black men for white dudes is because most white men don't prefer black women. If that changed tomorrow, I guarantee you half the race of black women are jumping on the white man's snob. And that's why I keep pushing, bruv. We need power. We need influence. If we had that, this Russian guy would not be able to do what he did, bro. I'm keeping it a buck. There's no plan going on. Nothing. Nothing. Our young black men are suffering right now. Our young black men, Gen Z black men, they're suffering. They can't get a black woman. They can't get an Asian chick. They can't get a white chick. If they do, she's fat. I saw some crazy Asian Valentine's Day, bro. That spooked me. I saw some crazy Asian Valentine's Day that spooked me, bro. I'm keeping it a buck. Lonely black men, left, right, forward, and center. Lonely black men, left, right, forward, and center. That's the effect of not having power, influence, having a horrible image. Because black men, we're not at the table, bro. We're not at the table. So if we have no power, right, our woman, right, can be took. I'll keep it a buck. If we have no power, no influence, our woman can get took. Our woman literally can get took. It's not a game, bruv. I'm frustrated. I'm super frustrated right now because hearing this story, right? Because you know what, like a lot of brothers, right, pastor bros, we're into black women, right? And we know for a fact that we can't get the black woman of our dreams in the West. Not in America, not in the UK, not in Canada. We gotta go Africa, the motherland. But even that's looking shaky, bro. Looking real shaky. Looking real spooky. Like a goddamn scary movie.
But the government in Ghana says they will try him in absentia anyway. And the gender ministry in Ghana is also offering counseling and legal support to some of these women.
Bruv, like I'm gonna keep a real I'm gonna keep a real right now. Okay. Like there has to be something that must be done in our community for us to get power. Because our women, right, are and will get took. I'm keeping her back. It's a different time period right now. It's all about tech, all about AI. Okay, how many African countries doing anything AI, bro? How many African countries doing anything with AI? How many? Tell me. How many? Not a single one, bro. Yeah, they're probably doing some contributions. Show me an LLM product like ChatGPT, like Anthropic. Nothing, bro. No goddamn vision. No vision. And then us as average black man, right, who have no power, have to deal with this BS, man. Have to deal with this BS. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it real. No power, nothing. Nothing. So that's why our woman can get took easily, bro. That's why a Russian, an Indian, an Asian can come in and just have a great time with African women. How many first world black countries are there for their people, for black people? Not a lot. Not a lot. It's deeper than this guy going to Russia, going to Ghana and Kenya and getting chicks. It's deeper than that. These women were like, they actually hear him speak. They see a white guy. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro. And I ain't talking Chipotle, bro. It's a wrap, and I ain't talking Chipotle. Phone lines are open right now if you want to call in and chime in and give your opinion here. But yes, we can say that Africa is a white man's playground, bro. It is. It is. Africa is the white man's playground. A white man can go to any African country and pull a baddie, bro. Right? I don't see like ugly black chicks with white dudes. When a white dude goes for a black chick, he gets a good looking black chick. I'm keeping it a buck. Give me a second, I'll be back. All right, any callers? Those are my thoughts on this particular topic. Any callers? If not, let's react to some content. All right, so phone lines are open. Let's now react to some content. Okay, so let's go. Let me bring up this clip over here. Okay. Shout out to Mr. Activo for the support. Appreciate you, brother, as always. Thank you, man. That means a lot to me. All right, let's react to some content.
Truly.
So we have, right? We have an East Asian woman speaking highly of a black man. Never thought I would see the day where an East Asian woman is dating her brother, but also speaking highly of him. And these kind of words and imagery is what black men need to start pulling Asian chicks. Let's carry on watching.
It's my best friend.
And you can see over there, right? You know, she and him couple. Look at that smile. Look at him. Crazy.
Truly, he's the best. I mean, I'm just so grateful for him for so many reasons.
Damn. These are powerful words. And these are the kind of words that Black men need, you know, for us to have a great image all around the world, particularly in helping pull in Asian chicks. Now, I'll be real with you, all right? As passport bros, a lot of brothers are interested in Asian women. A lot of brothers are really interested in Asian chicks, right? But there's difficulty there, you know? But this kind of words, this kind of relationship, right, can help bridge that gap between Black men and Asian chicks. And I know this is an American chick, right? However, she is very famous. She's a very famous athlete, okay? She is famous in Korea, and I'm also sure famous in Japan and other countries that have a huge snowboarding Olympic culture, right? So when these young women see, right, her with a brother, they're thinking, okay, wow, what is it about Black men? They're thinking, okay, they might need a Black man. Oh, he's a kind Black man. So guess what? A lot of women, right, don't believe that Black men are kind. The media's conditioned them to portray Black men a certain way. But when a woman like this speaks highly of Black men, right, this is great for our image, man. Let's carry on watching.
It's like despite his busy life and his busy schedule, he's always shown up for me, and you know, I try to do the same for him. And
wow, incredible! Again, big, powerful words directed towards a Black man, right? And she's pretty, man, and that's what I want to see. She ain't fat, she ain't short looking. This is a pretty Asian woman. We want more pretty Asian women to be Black men. We want more pretty Asian women to be with Black men, right? The brother, I think he's around 30. She's at 25, I believe so, 24. Perfect, right? And this kind of thing is what we need as Black men to be able to start pulling Asian chicks. It's there here and there, but nowhere near enough that it should be.
I don't know. It's so funny when you just find someone who you have so much in common with, especially when I wouldn't have thought we would have so much in common, but like we spend our downtime the same way. Like we love just chilling, watching anime.
Damn, you see, watching anime, right? Listen, brothers, anime is a cheat code with Asian chicks, bro. Listen, brothers, a lot of Asian women watch anime, right? A lot of brothers watch anime too. So if you put two together, right, you have a common factor there. Make use of it, right? Make use of it. Hey, what anime are you watching tomorrow? Blah, blah, blah. I watched that. I watched this. I'll keep it a buck, right? Incredible.
Love playing the same games. We love the same foods. Like it's such a funny thing, and I'm so grateful and fortunate to have met him.
So she said that she's grateful and fortunate to have met him, man. These are words coming out of an Asian woman in 2026. In 2006, these words would never ever come out of an Asian chick. Let's keep her a buck. In 2016, these words would never have ever come out of an Asian chick. Times are changing, my brothers. Times are changing, right? This is a time, right, where we want to see more brothers with Asian women. And that's why I've always preached. Listen, I want 1 million brothers out there in Japan. I want 1 million brothers out there in certain Asian countries, right? Pulling these chicks, right? These are powerful words that are doing a great service for the Black man's image. Because our image is terrible. Let's keep it real. Hollywood is ruining our image. Flipping, the rap music is ruining our image. Social media ruining our image. But you know, there's great Black men out there, bro. There's Black men who are tech bros, who are science bros, who are doctors, lawyers. But guess what? We never heard about them, right? We never heard about the blue collar, hardworking Black man. It's always athlete or it's always a rapper. Well, guess what, Asian women, right? We're more than that. We're more than rappers. We're more than athletes. We're more than that.
works.
It works.
He was rocking your
See, it works, man. It works. A black man, Asian woman works.
face on his shirt. Whose idea was that? Was that your dad's too? Because they were matched.
I think that was Snoop's idea, actually.
Damn. Brothers. This is a pretty woman as well. She's pretty. We want to see pretty Asian woman with black men. She's South Korean, right? South Korean chick speaking highly of black men. Ah, incredible. Incredible, man. Let's carry on watching.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We got Snoop Dogg in the mix.
But I did make him a shirt with my face on it also.
As you should.
I know. He's
As you
mine.
should.
He's mine.
You
He's
see,
my best friend.
you see that, brothers?
Yeah.
Like, look at that. Look at that.
Make him a shirt with my face on it also.
As you should.
I know. He's
As you
mine.
should.
He's mine.
Look at that. You see? She's telling that white chick, right? That brother's hers. She's telling, right, that white chick, right? That brother's hers, man. Imagine other Asian women watching this right now. An Asian woman telling that a black man is hers. She loves a black man. She cares for a black man. She wants to be around a black man. She hugs and kisses a black man. This clip is my favorite clip of the year so far. And this is for my brothers, right, who have been struggling to pull an Asian chick. This is for all the black men who have grew up in high school, in college, and work, and seen average Brad, right, with a hot Asian chick. But now we see a normal, square, nerdy brother with a hot Asian woman, man. Our time is coming. And that's why I say, right, when we get that first world black country, when we as black men get that first world black country, when we get our tech companies going, right? When we get our media image sorted out, it's going to be a wrap. We're going to pull so many women that you're going to say, hey, stop. This is way too much woman. It's like what Trump said, right? Oh, we're going to win so much. You're going to get tired of winning. We want to get to a point, right? We want to get to a point where we get so much women from our wins. We're like normal women. We're winning too much. Can we work towards that, black man? Guess what? I'll be real with you. The last couple of years been an L for me. Been an L for black men. It's been an L. And I'm hanging on, bro. I got faith. It's been an L. But black men, our time's coming, man. Right? This is a pretty woman. This is a pretty woman. This brother knows what he's doing, man. And I just want to see more Asian chicks give brothers a chance. Give average, normal brother a chance. And shout out to my blue collar working brothers. Shout out to my white collar working brothers. I see y'all, man, every day. You ain't rappers, right? You ain't rappers, you know? You ain't rappers. You ain't athletes. You normal bros. You deserve the world, man. We deserve the world. We deserve love, peace, and admiration. Yes, sir. Yes. So these are my thoughts on this clip here, man. Maybe see more black men and Asian chicks, Lord willing. I see something in the comments, right? Where someone said that you want to do that for all women. I want to do that for all future black children's. That's fair enough, bro. And that's fair enough, brother, right? But this will probably be a stream topic, right? What is right for the black man? Think about it, right? I got, when we have this stream, right, I'm gonna give you a topic, right? Go away and think, right? Do you go with your physical preference, or do you go with what's right and what's culturally right? So what does that mean? Let's say you're a black man, right? Your number one physical preference in a woman is an Asian chick. Okay? However, you know that it makes more sense to be with a black woman. and have black children. But you may have an inkling that if you get with a black woman, right, you're gonna have that thing in your mind that you still want an Asian chick. That was your number one preference. Do you go with who you really prefer, or do you go with what's right culturally, which is a black woman? Think about that, brothers. Think about that. Let me know let me know in the chat, because that'll probably be a stream in the near future, right? Because it makes sense to have black children. I'm all for that, bro. I'm 100% for black men having black children, right? But yeah, that's right. But are black women your number one preference? Maybe some black men find Asian women more physically attractive than black women, and that's okay. If you go with what's culturally right, you know, do you really love that woman you're with? Oh, but she black. I'm gonna have black kids, but you know that your instinct, your mind, and your body, you are number one, first and foremost, attracted to Asian chicks. How do you fight that? You're fighting an internal battle. It's just a question I want to put out there, brothers, man. You know, shout out to Mr. Dr. Umar Zapuki. Shout out for the support, brother. Appreciate you, man. Preach. So let's react to thing is, right, if BWs go for other guys, I don't really care. Right? I don't really care. In fact, I encourage UK BW to go after, I can't speak on Black American women, but UK BW, I encourage them to go after other groups of men. I don't really care. I don't care. It's not my business. I'm not insecure. It's not my business, bro. I can observe it, but for the most part, I don't care. There's African women, there's Caribbean women. I don't really care. So I want to talk about a topic here, right? Give me a second, okay? Let me share my screen. Let's talk about something that's been brewing for some time. And that is the female loneliness pandemic that no one talks about. We've heard about the male loneliness pandemic, but apparently females are also going through this too. Let's check it out.
There's going to be nothing like the female loneliness epidemic that you're going to see with this generation of women when they hit the 40s. It's going to be out of control.
Many years from now, there is going to be a quiet crisis.
Well, okay, tell me what that crisis is.
Loneliness in women, especially. Not because women failed, not because they weren't capable or intelligent, but because they were handed a script or a blueprint that left out the consequences.
Okay, and I want to know what consequence they've left out, because I find it hard to believe that there can ever be a female loneliness pandemic, particularly in the Western cultures or countries, UK, America, Canada. Women run the dating market, right? If a woman's lonely, it's by choice. It's not by by circumstance. In my honest opinion, men nowadays, they're lonely by circumstance. Most men can't get a woman, bro. In fact, I call it, if you have a girlfriend in the UK, in America, in 2026, that is a privilege. It is a privilege to have a girlfriend in the West as a man. Okay, it is so hard, bro. It is so hard to have a woman look at you, a woman smile at you, a woman even respond to your text, not leave you on red, not leave you on red. Let's be real here.
Be self-sufficient, put your career first. You don't need a man. So they followed it. They pushed love down the line. They delayed the family. They treated commitment like something that could always wait.
Fair enough.
Until it didn't. Fast forward a few years later. You're older, no partner, no children, no legacy, just some noise to fill that silence.
That's a great point. That's an absolute great point. A lot of women have sold their soul to corporate America, corporate UK. And I told this woman, right, you can't take your job with you. You can't take your job with you. You can't take your money with you. You can't take your job with you. And that's why I tell men, right, when you've reached a point in your life where you have your experience, you have some money, you have career experience, you need to go and find wifey. you need to go and find a good woman, because 5 years will pass, 10 years will pass, right? 20 years will pass. Listen, we're going into March 2026, bro. Time is flying, right? You have to drop your job, whatever, and go and find a woman. You're working, paying bills, but you're gonna be alone. Let's keep it a buck.
There's going to be nothing like the female loneliness epidemic that you're going to see with this generation of women when they hit the 40s. It's going to be out of control. When these 20 somethings hit 40 something, there's going to be massive devastation. There's going to be, the pharmaceutical companies are going to be like, yeah, cashing in on the antidepressants and all of that if they go that route.
Okay.
There's going to be
fair enough. So I've got another clip right I want to show in regards to this particular pandemic. Let's check it out. Shout out to Dems in the building. What's up, bro?
Page.
So here's another perspective on the female loneliness pandemic.
So I've been seeing some videos on my For You page, and I think that it is finally time to discuss the female loneliness epidemic. Because
tell me more about it.
I know the men have had their own thing, and I'm not here to talk about that. I'm not a man, right? But I will say that the men are more built for it than us.
Facts. Men have been lonely for the past 10, 15 years. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comment if you've been lonely. How many of y'all been lonely? Type a 1 in the comment, man. In the comment section. I've been lonely for a long time, bro. I got the same goddamn schedule: gym, work, cleaning my spot, meal prepping. It's like a goddamn loop. I've been lonely for a long time, brothers. Why on the West? And I'm used to it, man. I'm used to it. I can't even remember the last time a woman smiled at me, brother. I can't remember the last time a woman even smiled at me. I've been lonely to the point where I'm built for it, bro. I'm built for adversity. But these chicks, man, they have a support system where they can go to their moms, their sisters. Society gives them options to talk to. What about men? So should we care about women? No, I don't think we should.
We are not built for this shit, ladies. We don't know how to be alone. These men have been bottling up their emotions and not sharing them with anybody since they were 6, 7, 8 years old.
Preach, sister, preach, sister.
Some of us have never done that. We've always had someone to talk to, a friend, a family member, a significant other, something. And it seems like in 2025, the girls are running out of options.
Yes, and good. I don't care about what women are going through. I really don't. I used to be a feminist. I used to be hyper liberal. But I've seen how cold a lot of women are. Not all, but I've seen how cold they are to the male suffering. In fact, the happy male are suffering. They're happy. A lot of our young men in the UK are going through a lot. Women don't even care, bruv. They're making this money. They're getting paid 6 figures. They're traveling to Portugal, to Spain. They're popping that box. They're partying. Not giving a damn about us, about what we go through. So when it happens to them, right, show no mercy to them. Show no mercy to them, bro.
Because the dating market is terrible. Y'all are literally making fun of girls that are in happy, healthy relationships, saying that having a boyfriend is embarrassing.
That, you see?
Miserables. And then y'all also don't have any friends. Because
facts.
Anytime somebody reposts something that you disagree with, oh, that's how you feel about immigration policy? You're not my friend anymore. Now y'all don't
Yep. One little thing, you're not my friend. You're not my friend.
Have any freaking friends. Like it's not gonna end well if your requirement for somebody to have a relationship with you is that they have to be on the exact same page with you 100% of the time. No one is.
No one is. Facts. There is no such one as a perfect perfect someone. Like for me, for example, I like films, right? I love films. If I meet a girl tomorrow that doesn't like films, so what? So flipping what? Oh, should I drop her because she doesn't like any films? A lot of women, right, are really, really annoying. And I see why men have just swore off them completely. Right? There is no such thing as a perfect person. There isn't. If you keep searching for that, you're going to be alone forever. There's some requirements that, okay, you don't want to like budge on, that's cool. But it can't be every single thing. he can't be 6'5". If he's not 6'5", that's a problem. How many dudes are 6'5" right now, bro? How many dudes are 6'5" in around the world? Very a small percentage. Or he's 6'5", but he's charming, he's a good guy, blah blah blah. But he just ain't 6'5". That's where a lot of women are messing up on, man.
All people with our own thoughts, feelings, emotions, and ideas. And if you don't respect that in another person, then of course you're going to be by yourself. There's no one else that's going to fit that mold. I'll have to learn healthy communication skills. You have to learn healthy relationship skills. Go to therapy if you need to, do something. But if you are sitting at home right now and you don't have 5 friends that you can call, no man, and your family members just don't get you, I promise the only common denominator in all of those scenarios
It's you.
Is
you. There you go. There you go. Absolutely. Female loneliness pandemic. You know what? I hope it becomes a thing. I hope it becomes a thing. You know, a lot of these women, they're spoiled. Do you know how many women are getting paid, bro? You know, getting DEI, you know, getting these jobs that they don't deserve, right? And a whole bunch of other nonsense. We could have better than men, right? A man screwed up for one little thing. She's dropped him. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it. I really am. I really am. And that's why this passport, bro, has been a movement, has been a saving grace for black men, for brothers all around the world. Young men, we lonely. I'm flipping lonely, bruv. I'm lonely. You know what? I can, as a man to you, brothers, I'm lonely, bruv. I'm lonely. I go bed alone, bruv. I go bed alone every goddamn day, bro. No one's flipping cool. I'm lonely, bruv. But I'm used to it, man. I'm a warrior. I'm a king. I'm a warrior. I'm flipping lonely. I got a lot of pain in my flipping heart, man. Especially as a brother, as a black man. It's just her life is hard as a black man. In every facet of my life. But I gotta keep on going strong, bro. It's tough. But I gotta have that mentality to keep on going strong. So if you're lonely as a woman, good. Now you know how men feel. Right? Now you know how men feel. Now you know what we go through. It ain't right. It ain't good. As human beings, no one should be lonely. Being lonely is anti-human being. Because human beings are social creatures. Human beings are social creatures. Let's be real. So I don't care about single moms. I don't care about what women are going through. Women don't deserve any sympathy. They don't. Especially Western women. They don't deserve any sympathy. They really don't. They don't. They really don't. As men, if you're lonely, we got the Passport Bro movement that solves a lot of problems. That can help us buck the matrix. Let's keep it real. So that's my thoughts on this topic, man. That's my thoughts, man. Because like, this thing, it heats me up, man. Because I know a lot of young men. They're going through a lot, man. They're going through hell. A lot. They're struggling in every areas of their lives. In America, in the UK, in Canada. No one checking up on them. No one hitting them up. No support system. Nothing, bruv. Nothing. Hold the line, my brothers. Hold the line. Please. Hold the line. Make sure, brothers, please join the Patreon. Type a 1 in the chat if you're gonna join the Patreon. Type a 1 in the chat if you are going to join the Patreon. Show IP some support. You know, join the diamond tier. It's super cheap. You know. Let me get some water, man. Yeah. Oh, water good, man. That's all I drink. No BS. No soda. No nothing, bruv. Just water, bruv. Just water, bruv. All right, next one to react to. So I want to react to a new trend where pretty Japanese women, right, are against immigration. I don't know what's going on in Japan, but this is something that I want to just speak on. Okay? Let's carry on watching.
一番最初に紹介するこのニュースはですね、とんでもないニュースなので、皆さんですね、心して聞いてください。
Okay, we're going to listen. Speaking a bit
はい、い
faster.
いですか？お願いします。警察は介入できないということでですね、北海
So we have a woman in Hokkaido, right? With people from a country ranked 4th in the world for certain activities? What the flip? What's happening in Hokkaido? Who are these people? What?
道に、世界4位ですね。テロが起きる国、世界4位の
Wow. A Pakistani settlement has suddenly emerged where Japanese people are being persecuted.
パキスタン人の集落が、爆誕して日本人が迫害されるというね、謎の事件が起こってるんですけれども、これね、マジで怖いところが、パキスタンってマジでやばい国なん
Pakistan is supposed to be a really dangerous country.
やばい人しかいないのよ。まあ、やばい人しかいない。
What? There are only dangerous people there? Maybe. Whoa, this is crazy. I know Pakistani people and they're great people. There's good and bad people in every group of people. You can't say all people from a certain place are bad. What?
っていうのはちょっと言葉に語弊があるんですが、パキスタンっていうのはですね、これ山本慎二さんの、X ですね、お借りするんですけれども、英国 BBC の調査によると、これですね、たまにどこのソースだとか言ってくるやつがいるんですけど、英国 BBC なよく聞い
Wow, she's speaking very fast, man. This is how Japanese girls speak in some cases, man. Let's tell him what
とけよ。はい。で、パキスタン人の 70% が
70% of Pakistanis are in the result of a consanguineous marriage. What does that
近
mean?
親婚の結果、アラブ世界では人口の半数以上が
And in the Arab world, more than half the population marries within relatives. Wow.
近親婚。だからさ、なんかさ、ちょっとあれなんだ頭が。うん。で、BBC の調査ではイギリス在住パキスタン人コミュニティの 55% がいとこ婚。だからイギリスに住ん
Yo, she's going hard on Pakistanis, man. I'll be real with you. She's saying like this, they marry each other, blah, blah, blah. Ain't no proof in that. She's reading her stats. But it's showing you where Japan is leaning towards to. Like even like women are jumping in on this trend. What is going on?
でるパキスタン人はみんないとこ同士でほとんど半数以上結婚してるってことですよね。これ日本で考えられないじゃん、日本で言ったら。で、しかもですね、医療データでは英国全体の出生のわずか 3.4% しか占めてないんだって、パキスタン人っていうのは。なのに、劣勢遺伝子疾患を持つ子供は、その、
So she keeps going on that point where apparently Pakistanis marry each other, blah, blah, blah. So what's the cause of that? What's going on here?
イギリスの中で 30% がパキスタン人から生まれている。で、IQ にも深刻な影響。いとこ同士
IQ? Why is she talking about IQ? Since when did a Japanese woman start talking about IQ? This is showing you, right? This alt-right movement is actually growing, you know? And this puts us at crossfires here where we have no power as black men to defend ourselves or stop it.
の両親から生まれた子は知能指数が10から16ポイント下がり、IQ が70未満になるリスクはなんと400%増加。これは
IQ isn't real, by the way. IQ is not real. It's some RBS, racist BS. It's not real. Okay. Just put it out
知
there.
的障害のラインに直結すると言われています。だから知的障害レベルの人たちがいっぱいいるっていうことです。 はい。で、どういうことが日頃からじゃあパキスタンで起きてるのかというとですね、これね、私は目を疑ったんですけれども、パキスタンで、女性がレイプされたわけですね。そしたら、被害者の家族がよくもうちの娘をレイプ
What the flip is going on here? Then if you want, what the flip? If you want forgiveness, let us, bruv.
したなと。まあ、ここまではわかるよね。そしたら、許してほしければお前の家族もレイプさせろ。って言って、加害者家族がそれに承諾
And what the
し
flip?
て、強姦をした人の妹が被害者の兄に
Yo, what is going on in Japan? Like, second time I come across a video where a good-looking Japanese chick, right, is speaking about immigration matters. Let me put it out there, right? You can't judge one group as all the same. Okay? She may have been through something personally in Hokkaido by someone of Pakistani descent, right? But you can't group all of them like that. Okay? And people, right? People deserve a good life. They do. I'm for migration, but only for I'm for immigration, migration, but only for the right people. People who are not racist, people who are respectful to their culture. I'm all for that. We have gone past the world where a certain country is of that race only, particularly for first world countries. I'm sorry, if you're a first world country, you need to open up those borders to smart people. Because like Japan being anti-immigration or anti-migration, right, is a problem for passport bros. This is why, like, I'm on the fence about immigration, migration. I only want the right people. Now, I get there's certain groups of people, right, who bring their culture in. The culture is incompatible with Japanese culture or whatever country they're going to. Okay. However, we want the right people. We want the right people. And Japan also has numbers that are going down drastically every year. They have no choice, right, but to what's it called? Open up those borders for people that are foreign. And you know what? I don't blame them for the population crisis. Japan is a country where they work, and that's that. And we have to talk about, capitalism. We have to talk about, the effects of capitalism in this world. We've reached a point where, people, can't even have kids because they have to work, blah, blah, blah. And it ain't right. It ain't right. It's not right, bruv. It's not right. I'm just being honest here. It's not right. It's not right. The system isn't working anymore. The system is not working anymore. It's not. It's not. The reason why Japanese birth rates are plummeting, the work culture is sad. It's bad. So they have to import people from other countries to make up the numbers. Look after their old people. Where have we gone wrong as a society? We've gone too wrong. Right? So I want to let her know that you can't judge one group of people as the same. There are many awesome Pakistani people. There are many awesome black people, many awesome whatever people. Okay? If you went through something personally of that person, that's that person's issue, not as a whole community or whatever. So she's not happy about Pakistani people being in Hokkaido. Well, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. In fact, we're going to send 1 million black men to Japan this year. And the best be no videos about black people. I'm going to crash out. Yes, we're going to send 1 million black men to Japan this year. Right? Americans have also done pretty crazy things in in Japan. Is she going to make a video about Americans? Probably not. Probably not. Let's keep it a buck. Probably not. Is she going to make a video about Americans? There you go. Okay. There you go. So these are my thoughts on this topic here. Like, you can't judge one group as the same, right? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Okay, so I want to now bring up a tweet, right, for us to talk about. Okay. Should be a funny one. Share screen IP. Give me a second. So in this stream over here, right, or this tweet over here, sorry, okay, it says here, men not obsessed with women anymore sparks wide discussion. Posted by this user. The statement, okay, was about how men are not obsessed with women anymore. And we see a bunch of tweets here where this user over here said that tweet, okay? And the reaction says that, so it says here, right? Women are overwhelmingly not worth it anymore. How is that weird? True. Women showed us what they are, and we didn't like what we saw. And now we don't want to build societies for them to be safe anymore, because when we suffered to do that, they were ungrateful and they showed everything. That's a fair point, you know. It says here it's MGTOW, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Damn. Because women are only obsessed with men's pockets. So it says here, right? So like, men don't need women anymore. Okay. There's two sides of this, because like, honestly, like, I do believe that some men are obsessed with women, and we see it by these streamers like Pokimane, etc., etc. A lot of dudes follow her, they're obsessed with her, and all these female streamers, right, to an extent. But there is another side where men have checked out, and I don't blame them. Let's talk about it, okay? In the West, right, marriage. Let's talk about marriage, okay? Marriage, when a woman wears a white dress, a shout out to Jam for pointing this out, right? When a woman wears a white dress, okay, that represents purity. She's not being touched. She's not being smashed. She's a V, okay? She's a V. So you have that kind of culture that has been done away with. You have women that have body counts of 50, 45 men, 30 men, okay? And you have women that have embraced feminism, that have put off having kids for their careers. You have women that have high, ridiculous requirements. Got to be 6'5", 6-pack, 6 series, 6 businesses. Basically be like King 6'8" the Great, right? You have women that disrespect men every single day, right? And it comes to a point where men have had enough. Modern women, right, in the West can be selfish, manipulative, and it's all about themselves, as we see in this tweet over here. No wonder men have checked out. In fact, I'll be honest with you, not enough men have checked out. You can't make, in 2026, right, you cannot make a woman your whole world. You can't. A woman is bound to disappoint you one shape or another. A woman is bound to disappoint you one shape or another. I'll keep it a buck. The woman that we knew back in the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, they're gone. Social media messed up the game. Feminism messed up the game, right? certain policies messed up the game, right? Men have to check out. Have to check out. Check out by becoming a passport bro, going MGTOW. Check out by, not talking to Western women. And I know it's hard because we're men, right? It's within our nature to chase after women. But the quality of woman nowadays is absolutely trash, bro. It's absolutely trash. So what's the point? What's the point? What is the absolute point? What's the point in working so hard for a woman that could divorce you over some BS, bro? In fact, it is a blessing to have a good woman in 2026, man. It's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. I'll be honest with you. It is an absolute blessing. And you can see by the tweets here, right? Men are pushing back. Yes, we're done being obsessed with you. What's the point? What's the point? We built the world for y'all. And then you've turned around, you've embraced feminism, you've embraced anti-male dislike. You've embraced all these things that have put young men at a disadvantage. What's the flipping point? What's the point? What's the point? You got to check out. It's not worth it being obsessed with women. Listen, I am not obsessed with any woman, whether she's foreign or Western. I'm not. You can't give your heart fully to a woman, bro. You can't. Times have changed. And look at her past tweets. This is a screenshot. This is the person who tweeted it. Look at her past tweets. Look at her past tweets. Modern dating is humiliation ritual for men. Yep. Read, seen just now. Read. Hasn't replied to it. Delivered. Look at this man dancing, woman just looking at it. That's just sad, bro. That actually that tells it all. That tells it all, bruv. How many men have been seen, delivered, not read? But you're basically a clown in her eyes. We have given women too much power. I mean, I know we have to take it away. We got to take it away. We got to take it away, bro. We got to take it away. There's a reason why certain societies, right, have done things where it won't be accessible. It won't be acceptable nowadays, but I see why they've done it. I see why they still do it. So to close my point here, right? Don't become obsessed with women. Be on your purpose. Go abroad. Find your happiness. Find your happiness worldwide, man. Find your happiness. Right? Don't put your heart in a woman. Don't. Because guess what? You will get broken, man. You get disappointed and it's over. It's absolutely over. Okay? So shout out to men who have stopped being obsessed with women. It ain't worth it. All right, so let me give me a second, right? Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. Bring up this tweet over here. It's a funny one. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Share screen IP. Okay. So I want to talk about this streamer, right, called Pokimane, okay? Who says here, right? So it says here, Pokimane addresses viewers who assume she's black and clarifies her actual background. So this is a very popular streamer, popular female streamer, has a lot of male simps, you know, who support her, etc., right? She says here, I'm 100% African. I'm not black. My whole family was born in Morocco. People always ask me, how are you from Africa, but you're white? Let's check it out.
Are you mixed with black? No, but I am African. Wait, mixed with African? So you are low-key black? No. I am 100% African, but I'm not black.
Okay, so I'm a Beruvia, right? African is black, and she's not African. She's Arab. Like, I used to think that Morocco, Algerians, you know, Egyptians were Africans. They ain't Africans, but they're Arabs, bro. Africans are black people. But let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you picture an African person? You don't picture her, bro. You don't picture her. You picture a black person. Okay? This woman is not African. She's not black. She's Arab or white. Anything but African black.
And when I say African, I mean I'm Moroccan. Morocco is in the north of Africa.
Morocco is in the north of Arab. So the north of Africa, for me right now, they ain't Africans, man. I'll keep it about. They're not Africans. After seeing what happened in the African Cup of Nations, that I reacted to a couple of weeks ago, like, they're not Africans, man. They like I'll be real with you. Call them Arabs, call them, you know, anything else. They're not Africans, man. I'm just keeping it a buck.
That's where I was born. That's where my whole family was born. I do think there is so much kind of confusion around things like that. You know the amount of people in my life that have been like, if you're from Africa, why are you white?
She's not white as well. She's
Are you mixed with black?
she's not white. She's Arab. But she's half white, half Arab. But she's definitely an African, bro. You know, we're done in 2025, 2026. We're done with that POC stuff. We're done with that POC stuff. She is not African. Africa is for black people. I'm putting that on right now, man. I'm saying everyone right now, only black people can be Africans. Right? I don't even consider white South Africans as African. They're Europeans. Let's keep it a buck. Right? I'll keep it real. Call them European Africans, right? Africa. When I think of African person, I think black, nothing else, right? And I don't care if that comes across as ignorant, blah blah blah. No, all right. We have to right now cut the BS, man. Cut the BS. Cut the BS. She's Arab, and there is no such thing as North African. There isn't. The only African places I recognize are East Africa, West Africa, and South Africa. If it's not those regions, you ain't African and you ain't black. North Africans, or sorry, so-called North Africans don't even see themselves as black. Aaron mentions that Morocco applied to join the EU and were rejected. How are you African and you want to be in the EU, bro? You see, like, people can't just pick and choose. Okay, so one day it's cool to be African, so we're going to embrace that. The other day, no, it's not cool to be African, so I'm not African, right? Let's keep it a buck. People wear blackness on their sleeve, bro. They wear it as a chain, as a watch. They wear the culture and a way of life on their sleeve, bro. It ain't really ingrained in them, bro. Let's keep it a buck, bro. it's not really ingrained in them. I gotta keep it real. So at this point in time, right, the only black people we recognize, right, are flipping are South Africans, East Africans, and West Africans. So these are my thoughts on this topic over here. Okay, so let me bring up a clip over here, a really funny clip. Okay. Let me bring up a real funny clip over here, and we're gonna have a nice 10-minute discussion about this clip. Okay. Let me get the volume up. Okay, we good. So we have let me share my screen, right? Because it's something like make you laugh. Okay, it's gonna make you laugh. Let me share my screen. All right, so it says here, right, a guy called Ed Matthews advises his viewers to stop worrying about British girls and instead fly to Scandinavia to find a wife. He says they're far better and even have low standards. We have a white guy over here, right, who's even calling out British white women, and that's not really like you don't really hear white men, speak against white British women. Okay, but let's hear what he says.
I know a few of you, man, right now are tripping about some dumb UK tarts.
Damn. So if you're American, the TART word basically means 3 or 4, right? Woman's been around the block. TART. Kind of watching.
Oh, the love of my life. She's only got 5 bodies or 10 bodies.
5 bodies, 10 bodies is too much, and that's quite common in the UK culture. A lot of women have been ran through in the UK, bro. UK women are not wifey. I'll let you off. No, UK women are not wifey, man. They've been ran through. Absolutely, bro.
Well, come to Scandinavia and you won't give a bro. Look, man.
You see, he's telling brothers, right? He's telling everyone, right? He's telling men in the UK, right, or whoever's watching, come to Scandinavia. Now, I know that Scandinavia has its own problems. Sweden, Norway, Finland, right? But I can infinitely say that, knowing that I've spoken to Scandinavian women, right? I can say that they are by far better than British women. They're better looking, smell better, look better, dress better, right? UK women are low on the totem pole. I'm keeping it a buck. You have a white man. You got a white dude saying that stop dating British girls. That's the reason why you see a lot of white men with Asian women, right? And I need more white men to call out white women. I need them. I need more white men to call out white women for the BS that they do in the West, because it's a lot of WWs that are pushing this feminist culture, sleeping around culture, sexual liberation culture, and other races of women pick that ish up.
Don't trip over some wash UK thing, seriously.
Damn, don't trip over some wash UK thing. Facts. Don't trip over that, man. Same for my American bros. Don't trip over no American thing. Don't. If you're America, you have the best chance in the world. America is the richest country in the entire world. The best jobs, the best higher paying jobs. If you get a remote job, right, you are free, man. You're free. You're free. With your dollars, right? Bigger market, and you can do very well there.
Nah, sort your life out. It's like chopped, man. Right.
Chopped means ugly.
Come here, experience the world, mate. Don't be stuck in the UK thinking, mate, this is like snow bunny heaven.
Damn, you see, brothers, you hear that? Experience the world. He's telling you how to become passport bros. He's telling you that Scandinavia is snow bunny heaven. And we know snow bunny is a code word for white women that love brothers. He's basically telling brothers, hey, if you're a black man, come Scandinavia, come get your snow bunny, man. Come get you a snow bunny, bro. He's basically saying that, brothers. He's saying if you're a black man, come to Scandinavia and come get you a snow bunny, man. You see? Even white men are becoming passport bros. Even white men are telling other white men and even black men to drop everything you have going on in America and come to Scandinavia and get a white woman. They're not the best white women when it comes to personality and body counts, but they're damn sure better than American chicks and better than flipping UK women, right? Everyone knows that we're getting a bad deal in the West. Everyone knows that we are getting a bad deal in the West, man. You work so hard, you put in work, you get your IT certs, right? You went to school, went to university, got your degree, worked hard, put in the work, and then all you got is 3 or 4s, women that have stepped around to pick a wifey. God forbid. God forbid. I'll crash out right now if you want me to, man. I'm like, this is what we need more men to be listening to, man. Damn.
Alright, and they love ugly guys.
And they love ugly guys. But if you know that, I'll keep it real with you, all right? IP is uglier than Shrek. IP, international passport, is uglier than Shrek. Let's keep it real, man. Let me know in the comment section, are you also uglier than Shrek? Have you traveled and then got a woman? Because I've been in Japan, I got a woman in Japan, in Panama, and I'm genuinely uglier than Shrek, bro. I'm ugly. Go watch my stream a couple years ago. Am I uglier than Shrek? Go watch my stream, bro. I'm uglier than Shrek, brother. I'll keep it a buck. I'm so ugly, Shrek ain't got nothing on me, bro. I'm so ugly, Shrek literally looks like a goddamn model compared to me, man. That's how ugly I am, man. I'm uglier than Shrek. But even I can get a woman when I get my passport. I can't get a woman in the UK for multiple factors, right? But this guy is telling y'all, if you're ugly, even women like you. There's many parts in the world where women like ugly men. Have you ever seen like a dime woman with a short, ugly guy and she's all over him, right? She's all over him. You never see that in the West, bro. You never see it. So if you're uglier than Shrek like me, because I'm so ugly that Shrek looks like Michael B. Jordan compared to me. I'm so ugly that that I scare away insects and animals, bro. I scare away dogs. Yeah, I'm super ugly, bro. I'm uglier than Shrek. So, brothers, I'm gonna tell you this right now, right? The world is your oyster, man. You gotta get your passport. And if you really want a girlfriend, you want wifey, you gotta get out there, man. Because remember, time is going. Time waits for no man, bro. Time waits for no man.
So they literally said they love ugly guys here.
This guy said that they love ugly guys, bro. Can you imagine an American woman telling y'all she likes ugly men? Can you imagine a Canadian or a British chick, right, saying that she likes ugly men? I'm ugly AF, bro. Literally uglier than Shrek. And I guarantee you, it won't be a problem in Scandinavia for me, bro. I guarantee you it won't be a problem for me in Asia, bro, or in Latin America, bro. I'll keep it a buck. For he who is uglier than Shrek can get woman. For that man IP who's so ugly, right? If I can get a woman, if I can get a girlfriend, if I can get a woman when I go abroad, you can get it, bro. If IP can get women to interview him for Germany videos and go on dates too, I ain't gonna say much. Right? If I can get interviews in Panama, Japan, Germany, you see my content, right? And I'm ugly. I'm ugly. I'm super ugly. right? Then you can go abroad and get a chick. I'm telling you, it's your environment. It's your environment. Okay? It's honestly your environment that is holding you down. Get your passport. And you can say this guy says that there were snow bunnies. Snow bunny is a code word for women who like black men. And shout out to Ed Matthews for the intel here, man. I'm telling you, traveling is lit, bro. Traveling is super lit. And I'll be traveling hopefully soon. Shout out to the brothers, man. Shout out to the brothers, man. Honestly, get your passport. It's gonna be all right, man. It's gonna be all right. If you're arguing straight, let me know in the comment section. Let me know, because a man who admits his flaws, is a man that understands how to work around those flaws. So if you're ugly, and you know you're ugly, let me know in the comment section. Let me know. Ain't no shame in admitting you're ugly. I'll tell you every day I'm ugly in Shrek. I don't give a damn. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. All right? Get your passport, man. Shout out to Mr. PI145 for the support. Yes, Africa as a playground is open secret. We need a first world country. We need a first world country. Okay, so next one to react to. Give me a second here. Let me share my screen. Happy Black History Month to our Black American brothers. Let me share my screen. Okay, so it says here, right? President Trump, we want to thank God for the strength and courage and grit and devotion of Black Americans who helped make America the most powerful country in the history of the world. I agree with that. Shout out to our FBA brothers, Foundation of Black Americans. These people are native to America. They're not immigrants, not migrants. They are native to America's microcosms, history, everything. Everything in America is Black America. Let's head a comment here.
But we thank God for the strength and courage and grit and devotion of Black Americans who
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
have helped make America the most powerful country in the history of the world.
Yes,
but
go.
we thank God for the strength and courage and grit and devotion of Black Americans who have helped make America the most powerful country in the history.
Let's go. Shout out to Black Americans, because for me, they don't get the respect they deserve. And I want to thank Black American people for all they do for the Black community worldwide. I want to thank them for what they've done. It's Black History Month, and they deserve credit for America. America will not be America if not for Black American people. Let's keep it a buck. Now, people are hating. When I go through the comments here, it says here, right? Look at this. Thank you, but we're going to try to erase your history from our history books, the White House, federal parks, and all federal museums. That's evil. That's evil, bro. That's evil. Someone said laughable. Trump embodies the antithesis of Christianity and its most basic principles. Also, Trump is and always has been a racist. It says here, let's keep going down. Trump speaks true. Black Americans' grit forces nation still. Honor them. Honor them by giving them reparations. My Black American brothers need reparations. Right? Yeah. Thank Black Americans for building the country, but your policies have systematically ignored, exploited, and harmed the communities. Words of praise mean nothing without justice and real support. I agree. Show actions that can help benefit Black American people. Listen, I went to New York last year, I went to DC, Philadelphia. What I saw, Black Americans weren't living too good in America. I wasn't happy, man. I was angry. I was literally expected to see high-flying black men in New York, in Philly, and I just saw homeless black dudes. I saw bugged out brothers, right? And I wasn't happy about what I saw in New York and America last year. I'll keep it real, you know? You can throw all these praises at Black American people, but if you ain't helping them, if you ain't giving them the means to achieve better jobs, high-paying jobs in tech, whatever, it's futile, right? Words mean nothing about action. When I was in New York last year, right? When I was in New York last year, I couldn't believe what I saw, bro. I could not believe what I saw. I called it Gotham. I called New York City Gotham. I called it Gotham. I literally felt like I was in a goddamn Batman comic, man. I saw demons, ghouls, goblins, right? Monsters, right? You know, the devil probably lives in that goddamn city, man. I'll keep it a buck. I'll keep it real. But despite that, right, we gotta support our Black American brothers and sisters, man. You know? Shout out to Black America. Shout out to, everything that they've done, right? It's much appreciated. Appreciate our brothers, man. Wow. It's a beautiful day. Hold on. Okay, so phone lines are open. I'm gonna get some food. If you want to call in, I'm gonna put a call in right now. I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna put the StreamYard link in the live stream chat. Call in, and there you go. Okay, call in. Let's have a great discussion. I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna warm up some food. All right. Any callers? Let me read the comments. Any callers? Ebrock says here, right? If you're actually homeless, if you're homeless, it's usually your fault. It means you're not trying. Usually, I don't agree with that, bro. I'll keep it a buck. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, bro. Do you know how expensive the world is right now? Particularly NY, LA. I don't agree with that, man. Nah, that's some BS. Brother says, I went to Maryland last year to see my son outside of Baltimore. Saw so many fine black women, I couldn't believe it. Okay, but it's a software good though. The hardware is great. Listen, there's plenty of attractive women in the West, right? But the software is corrupted. It's got a virus in that B. And I'm sorry, man. I can't do it, man. I can't do it, bruv. I can't do it, man. I can't do it, man. Black Americans are living fine, more so in the middle class. I've never been to New York, but America isn't only New York. Okay. Thank you, bro. The world in America, Brock. Any callers though? I'm gonna give it 10 more minutes, man. Any callers? There's time. It's time for you to call in. Chop it up with the bros. Oh. Oh. Okay. We'll go kick right now, then, bro. We'll go kick. You've been calling James, we'll go to kick. All right. So everyone, let's hop on kick, right? Let me put the link in the live stream chat. Here's a link. I'm gonna give you bros 5 minutes. Then we'll hop on kick. All right. Here's a kick link in the live stream chat. Hop on kick. All right. Kick crash out up next. All right. Everyone hop on kick. Kick. Crash out. Up. Next. We're gonna crash out like a mofo, man. We can swear. You better call in, James. Let's go on kick, man. But let me I'm gonna give you brothers 5 minutes. Hop on kick, right? Hop on kick, right? Go on kick. That's the link in the live stream chat. I'm gonna see you on kick in a minute, man. Yo, I'm a munch this mouthful right here, man. Lord. Oh, man. The fuck? Flipping heck, bruv. I'm a munch ish right here, man. Oh yeah. Ah. That's some good meal right there, man. Everyone hop on Kick right now, bruv. 3 more minutes. We're going Kick. Hop on Kick right now, bruv. Hold on, James, man. Okay. Oh, all right. We're going on Kick right now, my brothers. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this meal too. Like a mofo. Hop on Kick. I'm seeing you on Kick. So let me end the stream on Facebook gang. I'll see you on Kick. I'll see you on Kick, Facebook gang. Let's see. Twitch gang. I'll see you on Kick. Rumble gang. I'll see you on Kick. And YouTube gang. I'll see you on Kick. Okay, so now we are officially streaming. YouTube gang, I'll see you on Kick, yeah? Hop on Kick, bruv. Remove. All right, we're officially streaming on Kick.